Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Ina McBride, and I'm your worship associate this morning. I'm part of a team of people that are working to bring this service to you this morning. We're so glad to have you with us today, whether you're here in person or watching us through the internet, whether you're here for the first time, or whether you've been here longer than you can remember. I hope I'll be one of those someday. Huh? Or whether you're back again. Where'd they go? There they are. Yay! Yeah. You are welcome here at Community. We welcome people of all faiths and no faith in particular. Whoever you are and wherever you are on your journey, you are welcome here. Now, who has not heard that there's a total solar eclipse today? Anybody? Okay. Well, if you didn't and you just don't want to admit it, now you know. Today, we are privileged to have with us our guest speaker, Amy Martin. There are many reasons why Amy is known as the Moon Lady. She was born on a full moon, and for over 30 years, she has led moonwalks, workshops, and ceremonies. Her latest book, Wild DFW, Explore the Amazing Nature Around Dallas-Fort Worth, wilddfw.com, features an After Dark chapter based on a full moon walk. How cool is that? Her alternative listserv, Moon Lady News, created community for over a decade. You can find her writings at moonlady.com. Welcome, Amy.
Hi. Good to see so many paper name tags here. Thank you for coming and visiting this wonderful place. Hi. It's me. The new moon. Can't you tell? Pale, round face, loony. I tell you, it's not fair. The full moon gets all the attention. She is like the buxom blonde of satellites. No one pays attention to me, the new moon. No one writes songs about me. I don't make moonlight for long romantic walks. I'm just the black dot on the calendar. It's like I'm invisible. Oh, wait. I am invisible. As a new moon, I am conjunct with the sun, right there in front of it. My back is to the sun, so no light can reach my face. I'm dark. I rise and set with the sun. I cannot get away from him. I mean, the old blowhard. Light, 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 king of the sky, source of all, blah, blah, blah. As a new moon, I just don't feel seen. But there is one time when I am seen. Total solar eclipse. I am so excited. Tomorrow. You know, at the eclipse, that black spot where the sun should be, that's me. You know, look closely. You can see my craters, my mares, the streaks where the asteroids hit me instead of you. All my beautiful life experience on that face, millions of years ago of it. But I've got no atmosphere, no water, no wind, so nothing changes. It's all there, millions of years. But at the eclipse, my beautiful lunar face is in shades of black. There is so much richness and depth and darkness. You know, I gotta brag here. You know, little me, I'm barely over 1,000 miles across. The sun is nearly 900,000 miles across. It is 400 times my size, but then again, I am 400 times closer. So this is an odd kind of symmetry, but that's what makes it work. And to make it even more weird and complicated, my orbit around the Earth is oval. And so if I am at the far end of that oval, at eclipse time, I don't quite cover the big old gas bag. That makes it an annular eclipse, where the solar corona shows, because after all, he is a show-off. But if I'm near the close-in point at my oval orbit, I fit just right, and it is total solar eclipse time, baby. Yeah. All these orbits, Sun, Earth, and me, have to line up just perfect on the same level, which is a feat because we are all off our rockers orbit-wise. Mine is inclined 5%, 5 degrees to the Earth, for instance, and the Earth is inclined and so on and so forth. It's all so cattywampus, and it has to happen at just the right point in our orbits. But every 18 months or so, somewhere in the world, it all lines up, and I manifest a total solar eclipse. I slip in and bam, cover the solar face. I make my stand, and when I'm ready to go, I will. Because I can only stand him for a few minutes. Seriously, he is hot, but not in a good way. He's just hot, like 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit on his surface. And that corona, weirdly, even hotter, 1 to 3 million degrees. Sheesh. You try being near all that, And oh lordy, the sun's interior, 27 million degrees Fahrenheit. Every time I do this new moon conjunct the sun thing, it's a trial by fire. Yeah. Blotting out all that light and heat, well, that is some dang female superpower there. Heck yeah. New moons, we rock the world. It just goes to show that nonviolent resistance is the way to go, And take that, sun, you bellicose hydrogen sphere. I can make all your light and heat go away just by being me. The new moon that nobody thinks about. And what's the reason that I can cover the big guy up? Because I'm large. Let's be honest, as moons go, I'm immense. I'm 1/4 the size of the Earth. No other moon in the solar system is that large compared to its planet. And you know what? Other planets with those pitiful little moons, their orbits are erratic, their axis wobbles a lot, their axial speed changes. Utter environmental havoc ensues on those planets. But me, I keep things stable here on Earth, allowing you humans to evolve. At a total solar eclipse, my day in the sun, I do more than turn off the light and heat. I cast a mighty shadow. The umbra, this dark center of my shadow, is over 100 miles wide. So this is very important. Look to the southwest a few minutes before totality. My shadow looks like the biggest storm you have ever seen, except it's low, hugging the horizon. It's like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are raising an immense cloud of dark dust and coming right at you at over 1,300 miles per hour. Almost as soon as you see it, my shadow is on you, enveloping you in its dark, taking you right back to the womb. All you can do is submit and lay your ego down. No grasping, no attachment, release everything. Instead, trust in life from your deepest being. Let my darkness rinse you clear. At totality, look up and it'll be right overhead. A dark spot, and marvel at me, a dark spot where the sun should be. I become a portal to the infinite unknown, the embodiment of Wu Wei, pure potential. As the new moon, I am in your face at eclipse time to remind you that most of the cosmos consists of dark matter, that we arise from the darkness of the womb, and to the universal darkness we will return. There is comfort and restoration in darkness. There's acceptance and peace, the way it can blur boundaries, remove division, dissolve, transmute. Light can't do that. At the eclipse, I am a point of time, suspended between worlds, and into that you can enter and see forever. At totality, weep if you need to, laugh as well from deep in your belly. Go ahead and scream. Let it go. Allow what's within you to come out. And please, for me, your new moon, when you're screaming, oh my God, because you will, repeatedly, please throw in a few oh my goddesses as well. I promise you, it will be the shortest 4 minutes of your life. In that brief span, you get to experience what it is to be a human caught in a cosmic matrix, to experience awe as no other creature can, the rising ecstasy, the radiant wonder, the utter astonishment of being part of circles, inside a gigantic spiral in the sky. Even if it's cloudy, you can feel all of that. I will escort you through a slow motion twilight, leading up to totality, as I remove a little more and a little more of the sun's light. Don your eclipse glasses and watch me devour the solar face, as you media types exclaim. During the eclipse, the sun goes through phases like I do, from full to half to crescent to new at totality. But he does it in about an hour or so, and it takes me 28 days because he overdoes everything. But you can only watch the solar phase for a few minutes at a time because you don't want to miss the real show, which is happening down on Earth, whether it is cloudy or not. After all, what's precious is not obvious. The life-changing stuff, now that'll sneak up on you. As Mary Oliver says, pay attention. Yeah, me overpowering the sun, that's real showing. I love it, But my presence absolutely changes that old blowhard's light falling on Earth, and that makes the weather and the wildlife change. You can see videos of me clobbering the sun's light later, but you can only experience that moment of what's happening around you at the moment that it happens. I wrote up a piece on Green Source DFW to help you with this. As the total solar eclipse progresses, the light around you will take on a slight sheen, like it's polarized, and the shadows will get weird. They'll even make little crescent ones, mimicking what's up on the sky. And the winds will start to stir as the heat goes away, and the cool moves in as a myriad of confused little breezes. Feel how I dissolve the world around you. Everything that you thought was sure is not. The horizon, where here becomes there, where the earth meets the infinite, where the future happens, it will waver all around you, 360 degrees like a sunset that's in motion, rippling in shades of orange, red, and purple, but just along the horizon. So you want to try to be somewhere kind of high up, like the roof. And don't forget to look up at the entire sky. Me, the sun, and the planets, and all our little friends, we knock about on the ecliptic. And that's this narrow band through space where we all travel. It looks tilted in the sky because the Earth is tilted. The ecliptic is actually fairly level. At totality, the planets will pop out. And if you're looking at me, the new moon, who is, after all, making all this happen, Venus and the much dimmer Saturn and Mars will be to the lower right of me. Mercury, itty-bitty Mercury, will be just above me, a rare opportunity to see that tiny thing. And then Jupiter is to the upper left. And if you've got binoculars, you just might see Comet Pond's Brook, which will be just a little bit above Jupiter. These are your neighbors. Y'all got to start thinking bigger, It's Only Earth has this astounding spectacle of a total solar eclipse. Beings would come in from Venus and Mars and maybe even Jupiter, if you just advertise a little. You could get some serious astrotourism business out of this. And then it's over. The fastest 4 minutes of your life, heck, of my life. I start to move on because moving on is what celestial bodies do. And that first light that returns is super bright. It's like platinum on fire. It squeezes through some of the canyons on the lunar face, on my surface, because let's face it, I'm old and craggy. And that's your sign that it's eclipse glasses time again. And then the whole thing plays in reverse. Don't run away like the show's over. It's not. The light, the shadows, the weather, all that stuff still happens, but backwards. Let the swelling radiance lift you with the energy of releasing joy. Don't get in your car and go into the maw of that horrible traffic. Just ease back into reality. After all, I just took you to infinity and beyond. Trust me on this one. Take it slow. For many of you, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. But I, as your new moon, will be back. Every 28 days, that black dot on your calendar, as regular as the tides. It's a new moon right now, because it lasts 3 days. Because as showy as that blonde bombshell full moon is, I still yank the tides around just as much as she does. And we both create high tides because we line up with the earth. We all line up together, the sun and the earth. At new, I'm conjunct with the sun. At full moon, well, she's opposite the sun. But we're all in a row. And putting us 3 orbs in a row, sun, moon, and earth, creates this immense gravitational pull. That pull is so powerful that it makes more than ocean tides. It yanks on the mantle of the earth and makes the planet bulge. You can really feel it at the equator. Imagine that. Earth tides. They're called earth tides. Go down in a deep mine at new or full moon, and you can hear the earth's mighty groan. Yeah, we rock, literally. And my tides do more than just chase you off the beach. Marine creatures hitch rides on our tides. The tides stir the seas and mix everything up. My tides keep the currents moving. And that's important. Because most of this your planet is ocean. And without it, it would be inert. Without the moon, it would be inert. So, y'all may not know that life on Earth owes its existence to me. Yeah, I'm serious. Well, to the lunar tides. The Earth started out rather soupy. A lot of hot, sloshy stuff. And it's glommed on this rocky metallic core. And the proto-continents were sort of pushing up through a primordial Genesis sea. I watched all of this over millions of years. And the waters of the earth were still and dark and deep. Well, not water exactly, but close enough. And I was zooming around the earth far faster than today. And we were both spinning on our axes like mad, like we were at some kind of cosmic disco, youth. It was a wild time. And the earth was turning itself out, inside out, with mega volcanic activity. And it was wobbling on its top like it was on its axis, like some kind of lopsided top. And the weather was apocalyptic. I mean, nobody got any sleep at all. And then millions of years ago, synchrony happened. The Earth's gravitational field was tugging on me, and I was tugging right back, and we were getting to know each other. And after millions of years, I slowed down my mad dashing orbit, and the Earth calmed its dizzy spinning, because 2 bodies in motion next to each other, they tend to sync up. And eventually we became locked in the celestial embrace of synchrony. Now, for every orbit around the Earth, I spin on my axis just 1 time. So check this out. Okay, this is you, and this is me. See how I rotate very slowly on my axis? That's why you only see one face of me. If I didn't spin on my axis, you would see all of me. So I try to keep my far side private, you know. A girl's got to have some mystery, after all. But that synchrony, that created the tides, which rocked the silent deep water, stirring molecules into combination. Voila! Multicelled organisms arose. And as the tides lapped at the proto-continent shores, tidal pools were created, an in-between area, neither salty nor sweet. And sunlight warmed those pools, fostering more life forms. And eventually, some of them wriggled out onto land. And amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals arose, and eventually, you humans. I bet you didn't think I spun, right? A lot of people don't. Of course I do. Because everything in the universe spins. That's how we celestial bodies came into being. That's how we propel along our orbits. And in what direction do I spin? Counterclockwise. Same direction that I orbit. Same as most of the sun's planets and satellites do. Because that's the solar system's original spin. Get it? Get it? Original spin? Okay. All right. The sun, of course, Unitarians wouldn't quite get that. The planets and satellites like me spun ourselves into existence around the sun. And that primeval spin continues still. Get out on the dance floor. Get out at the gym and spin. Be a part of it. Or immerse yourself in the Sufi dancers. They always spin counterclockwise, recreating existence over and over again. So think of me, your new moon. When I come around every 28 days, I'm new for 3 days, like I'm new today. Take a walk with me in the day. Feel in the bright sunlight, because that's where I'll be. Feel me, even when you can't see me. I am the dark place of birth. I'll lift you up and help you start anew. Thanks for listening.